Hello everyone, and welcome! If you're new to Adobe InDesign, you're in the right place. In this beginner-friendly tutorial, you'll learn how to create a new document the right way. I'll explain every important setting in the new document window, including page size, margins, columns, facing pages, bleed, and slug. By the end of this video, you will understand what each option does and how to set up a professional document with confidence. Let's get started. First, open Adobe InDesign. To create a new document, go to File, then click New, and choose Document. You can also use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+N on Windows or Command+N on Mac. The new document window will appear. At first, it may look overwhelming because there are many settings, but don't worry, we'll go through them one by one. At the top, you'll see several preset categories. These include print, web, and mobile. If you're creating something that will be professionally printed, such as books, brochures, magazines, catalogs, flyers, or business cards, you should choose print. If you're designing for websites or digital screens, choose web. For smartphones or tablet apps, choose mobile. In this tutorial, we'll select print because it's the most common choice for professional publishing. Now, let's choose the page size. Adobe InDesign includes many standard sizes, such as A4, A5, letter, legal, and more. The page size depends entirely on your project. For this example, I'll create a standard 6 by 9 inch book, which is one of the most popular sizes for paperback books. If you're designing a brochure, magazine, or flyer, simply choose the size that matches your project. You can also enter custom width and height values if needed. Next is orientation. Portrait is taller than it is wide. Landscape is wider than it is tall. Since we're creating a book, portrait is the correct choice. Next, choose the number of pages. Don't worry if you don't know the exact number yet. You can always add or remove pages later. For now, I'll start with 20 pages. Now let's talk about one of the most important settings, facing pages. When this option is enabled, pages appear as left and right spreads, just like a real book or magazine. If you're creating a book, magazine, or catalog, you should usually keep this turned on. For a single-page flyer or poster, you can leave it turned off. Since we're creating a book example, I'll enable facing pages. You'll also see an option called Primary Text Frame. This automatically creates a text frame on each page. Many beginners leave this off, and that's perfectly fine. We'll keep it unchecked for now. Next are columns. Books usually use one column. Magazines and newspapers often use 2 or 3 columns. Since this is a standard book, we'll keep one column. Now, let's move to margins. Margins define the safe area where your text and important graphics should stay. Anything too close to the edge may look crowded or even get trimmed during printing. For most books, a margin between 0.5 and 0.75 inches works well. I'll use balanced margins for this example. Remember, margins don't print. They're simply guides that help you design clean layouts. Now let's discuss bleed. Bleed is extra space outside the page. It's used when images or background colors extend all the way to the edge of the page. Printers trim the paper after printing, so the bleed ensures there are no unwanted white edges. A standard bleed is 0.125 inches, which equals 3 millimeters. If your design doesn't reach the edge, you may not need bleed. However, for professional print projects, it's a good habit to include it. Below bleed is slug. Slug is mainly used for printing notes, job information, or instructions for commercial printers. Most beginners don't need it. We'll leave it at 0. Before clicking Create, quickly review your settings. Make sure the page size is correct. Check the orientation. Verify that facing pages is enabled if you're designing a book. Confirm your margins and bleed. Taking a few seconds now can save a lot of time later. Everything looks good. Now click Create. Congratulations! Your new Adobe InDesign document is ready. Notice the pages displayed as a book spread because we enabled facing pages. You can now begin adding text, images, and designing your project. That's it for this tutorial. Now you know how to create a new document in Adobe InDesign and what each important setting actually does. In the next lesson, we'll explore the InDesign workspace and learn how to navigate the interface like a professional. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next lesson. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.